All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off first and foremost by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well, and peace, love, and salutations to those that are doing this work in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Nathaniel from the GMS Camp Atlanta, coming back at you through the Spirit with another lesson. I pray and hope this lesson is edifying. In this lesson, we're going into this video that was posted by the brother from Arrows of Indignation, okay? And he posted this video about how, we're going to play it. But Esau knows that, Jake is special. He knows that that Jake is a special people. And, there was a video that I watched. It was Amazing Lucas. And he said in the video, he said, if these people were so inferior, if they were so dumb and, and couldn't survive, why do you continue to do the things that you do to them? Well, the truth of the matter is that Jake is a special people. All right. And if you leave Jake to his own devices, even Jake not being in the truth will still do some incredible things just because the Lord made him special. And we can see that just based off of the modern day athletes that we see, the engineers and the architects and the different Jakes that design technology for this world that we live in. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with this precept. I'm gonna start off with Deuteronomy 7:6, and it says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power, or Yahweh thy power, have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are on the face upon the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were the more in number than any people, for you are the fewest of all people, but because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep his oath he has sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, redeem you out of the house of bondage, which is Egypt," right? The house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. All right, so we see the Lord chose us because we were a special people unto him, and he decided to love us. Similar to how a man decides to love his wife. All right, it's not, oh, I'm so in love. Well, you have some simps out there that are like that, but a reasonable man, he chooses to love his wife. It's not like, oh, it's a decision that he made. Like, I'm gonna love you. So, hey, it comes down from the top. All right. So just like we're the woman, the Lord likened Israel unto a comely woman. Okay. So he just decided, hey, I'm gonna love y'all among all of the other nations on the earth. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. It's about 3 minutes long. I'm gonna play the whole thing, Lord will, without interruption. But let's go.
Black people were not targeted because they were weak. Bro, do you think people target people that are weak? No. They were targeted because they were resilient, strong, vibrant, creative, communal, spiritual, and powerful. That's the whole reason, bro. It went beyond skin color. It was a deeper rooted issue on a spiritual level. I'm telling you. It was hate combined with envy, combined with jealousy, combined with confusion. Because humans fear what they don't understand, what they don't understand. You don't suppress what doesn't matter. Modern slavery affects everyone now. Debt, surveillance, wage slavery, algorithmic control, but its testing ground was black people. America practiced on black people, then scaled it.
I don't mean to say this to be disrespectful, and maybe some people are going to think this sounds dumb, but I feel like there's a deeper reason why, people of color relentlessly persecuted. Like, I mean, just the things that happened during slavery alone, like, were insane. But I don't know, the more I learn about Black history and the ways that, you know, people who literally worked in the government, like the CIA, all these different people in power were trying to ruin the Black community, and it makes me think, dude, I feel like, is there something more going on here than just racism? Because it's like, come on, you're telling me you're doing all of this stuff just because you don't like someone's skin color? I feel like, what if, I have this theory that, like, what if Black people have some type of superpower? Like, what if they have, I don't know, if they're just born with something very valuable that we don't really know about, but maybe, you know, like I said, these people, these rich people, and these people in power, maybe they figured it out a long time ago, and maybe that's why they were like, oh, we have to, like, get rid of them, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, I feel like maybe they have something special that we are not taught about that is linked to them being people of color, you know? And I've seen some Black creators come on here and try to explain how special it is to have melanin in your skin and how it has all these different properties, but I don't know, I just feel like I have this theory that this goes so much deeper than maybe a lot of us realize, because I'm sorry, but I don't think you're gonna go out of your way for all these hundreds and hundreds of years to try to ruin one group of people over something as silly as, oh, their skin is a different color. Like, I feel like there's something that we don't know. I'm telling you, there's something special about them that they don't want us to know. Okay, this is just something that I've been thinking about recently, and I'm like, maybe if there's some Black creators that maybe they already made a video and I just didn't see it, I don't know, but like, I don't know, maybe it sounds dumb. Or maybe this is...
Alright, so there it is. So, you know, these people in Babylon and in the world are starting to wake up to, you know, that the people that's been on the bottom for the longest, it's something special about those people. Alright? Now, alright, so we're going to go to the book of Romans. Nine and 26. And it says, and it shall come to pass in the place that in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people, there they shall be called the children of the living God. Okay? And that's what we're seeing. Slowly but surely, it's not even slow anymore. People are taking a big turnaround to what's happening. They're seeing that, hey, wait a minute. Why are y'all just oppressing this? I mean, y'all are just constantly oppress and hate this one group of people all over the world. Okay? And they've been downtrodden and stepped on for so long. All right? Now, they're not going to tell you that the real reason why they hate Jacob is because of the birthright. All right, so let's go to let's go back to Genesis. Let's go to Genesis 27. I'm going to start at verse 27 to 41. And Esau hated Jacob. Now, listen to this. Okay, because the first guy was like, it's something spiritual about it. Well, indeed, it is spiritual. Okay, it's carnal and it's spiritual. Because on the one hand, Esau thought that the blessing of forever rulership was supposed to go to him. But the Lord promised it to Jacob. All right? So this is Genesis 27 and 41. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob her younger son, Salakia, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doeth comfort himself, proposing to kill thee. Okay? So Esau has said that he wanted to kill Jacob. He wanted to take Jacob's life. All right? For why? for the blessing. Okay, a blessing that he said that he hated. All right, so let's go back, and the blessing was the blessing was his truth. So let's go to 25. Yeah. I'm going to start at verse 33. And it says, and Jacob said unto me, because we read it all over, so you can read it. Genesis 25, it says, and Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he said unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. So he hated the birthright, and the birthright was the kingdom of heaven. It indeed was the kingdom of heaven. So Esau despised his birthright. Okay? So Jacob didn't steal anything. Jacob was chosen. Okay? That's it. I'm going to go to Wisdom of Solomon 2:24, and it says, nevertheless, through the envy of the devil. Who's the devil? That's the so-called white man. Death came into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. Okay? So it's through the envy, because Esau envies the birthright that Jacob was given. He envies the blessings. You know, because even in Jake's downtrodden condition, Jake is still outperforming Esau. With all the things that Esau has done, Jake still outperforms him in every way, except wickedness. Well, that's, you know, can't really say that, because Jake wicked as hell. You know, they might, well, nah, because Jacob ain't the one dropping bombs, and Jacob ain't the one creating biological weapons and destroying whole entire nations, and Jake is a product of the wickedness that was introduced to him by Esau. Now, am I saying that Jacob ain't wicked? No. But what I am saying is that the devil has committed so much more atrocities. That's why he's going to get extinguished. He's going to get brought extinct. Okay. So, Esau knows, that Jake is special. All right. Let's go to the book of Malachi. Yeah. This is the Malachi 1:1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye says, where hast thou loved us? Was not Jacob Esau's brother? Saith the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob and hated Esau. So there it is. There it is. The Esau knows that the Lord hates him, and he loves. I mean, you got two people coming out of the same womb, two nations coming out of the same womb, have the same father and the same mother. The one is chosen for greatness, and the other is chosen for destruction. I mean, to be honest with you, it's reasonable. It stands to be reasonable that Esau would hate Jake because of that. However, it also stands to reason that you would want to be cool with Jake and befriend Jake because of that too. All right, so you can partake because y'all brothers at the end of the day, right? But you shown to be an enemy. All right, so the Lord hate Esau, right? And it says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord power of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall be called the border of wickedness. Okay? And the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. Okay? That means it's not going to stop. And as the scriptures say, I shall have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Okay? All right, so we're going to go to the book of Obadiah and finish it up with this one. It says this is and he knows that this is his end as well. Okay. You know what? Let's grab something else. Are we gonna go back to this? We're gonna close on that, but just something else just came to mind. So let's go to the book of Romans 9. And I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, "For I wish that myself were accursed from Yahushua HaMashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of Yahweh, and the promises." Okay? So he was given the services and the promise of rulership by the Lord, starting with Yahushua and King David on down. Okay, that's going to be the reigning government on the earth. Okay, it's going to be Yahweh, Yahushua, King David, and then all of his elect are going to be the governing body of the kingdom of heaven. Okay. So this is why this man is jealous. So go to Obadiah, back to Obadiah 1 and 10. And we're going to close out on this one. My phone will start tripping. Man. So I can. And it says, verse 9, it says, "And the mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." Okay, so this is why the Lord has a beef with this man. You know, his anger stayed forever. He never got rid of his anger. He was just always mad that that Jacob got the blessing and he didn't. And he knows that even in Jacob's wickedness, even in Jacob's separation from the Lord, if you allow him to be left to his own devices, he'll overtake them quickly. All right, so with that, I pray this is an edifying lesson, giving all praises, going honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Until the next time, I say shalom.